Welcome, welcome. So, here we are. Back again. Questions taken in the order they appear in the chat. I'm gonna be here as long as I'm gonna be here. So, hope you will be here too. But, so, it's gonna be in English or in Finnish. And thank you for your donations. It helps. It's nice. It gives you our undying gratitude, among other things. If you want to have a personal reading, if you want to ask something, you want to buy one of our stones, which are these. For example, runes, sigils, or just art stones, otherwise amulets. Send us an email, dstonerocks@hotmail.com. So, good that we got that out of the way. And yeah, through PayPal, you can make a donation. And I'm not saying that you should subscribe, but you should probably subscribe. Right? But yeah, anyway, here we are. And what can we do? So, today I had the Hangman. So, I don't know, didn't quite get it. I don't know how many times I've been looking into this, but I'm getting there, I guess. Somehow, here he is, hanging, the Hangman. And, well, the idea is that I think he has reached a point in his journey or the situation that he is just waiting. Something needs to change. He needs a transformation. He doesn't maybe even know quite what that means, but or what's gonna happen. But somehow I get even this impression that anything is better than how things were. So basically that would mean that he'd rather hang there forever than to let things go the way they have gone before. And well, I think he needs to sort of let go of knowledge and memory, which is knowledge is based on memory, I guess, and experience. Hello, man, welcome. So basically, he needs to let go and be empty. And then, of course, there's a danger that he kind of lets go and, well, his rope also breaks. He's lost forever without knowledge or memory as an empty vessel. So be careful as well. So yeah, Lion, welcome, welcome. And well, I've been doing a lot of thinking somehow about the internet and many other things. Did you know that there is a religion called synthetism that considers that internet is God? How about that? And when you think about it, maybe we could access some kind of other ancient internet earlier without the computers, with our brains and minds and consciousness. Okay, what is the reason that made Riyadh Pisces far from me, Aisha Scorpio? Okay, let's see what we can get. Why Riyadh Pisces far from Aisha Scorpio? So when we're happy with the shuffle, same business than earlier. But yeah, the Hangman left me hanging, sort of. I don't know, maybe that's the point of the the whole thing. But Lion, what is the reason that made Riyadh Pisces far from me? Aisha Scorpio. We'll see. Maybe the whole internet is God thing deserves a video of its own or something. Maybe somebody will watch. Anyway, I'm gonna want to make it, so it doesn't really matter that much. No need. Let's see. Somehow I see whole lot of material things in this. I think this red reached like a full circle in something. So I don't know if he sort of graduated from something. I would think that this could have something to do with his parents as well. And I see that you are somehow, I don't know. Well, I think you are harboring hope, but you would be fine to move forward on your own. And I would say that you have some dependency with this person, like seriously. I don't know, could it be even somehow related to like material things? I think he finished sort of like a journey. And what is between you is like, it's funny because I see that with some kind of constant effort, like constant concentration without effort, but with a constant effort, there could be something. And well, for me, it looks like you are having more hopes and more dependent somehow on this person, that this person would be on you. So there would be something. Hi, Golden Rose. And I think he could be reaching for you, but that would be something really gradual and slow, right? I'm okay. I don't know, I think there is also some matter that he has kind of like sort of taken his stand, or that he sits and is kind of cannot be really moved at the moment. That he has decided to take a position very strongly. Also could be related to his parents somehow, the whole business as well. So I would say that yes, I would think so, but somehow it's nothing like too passionate. I think it's more practical, and I think it somehow would be like a longer process. Let's see what we get for that. Yeah, I think he does. I think he does miss you. No. And I'm thinking that he could be trying some kind of like slower approach towards you, and you are hoping for something else on his part. But I think, yeah, I just got getting this impression that this person would be kind of slow on their movements in general, but I think he would have in mind that there would be, that he would want to get closer and and slowly would want to take even a few more steps towards you, that he would be willing to come more than halfway. And that would lead, if that were to happen, that would lead to some kind of radical change in the situation. So I don't know if you kind of notice this person, because it's so slow, his movements. Almost like he's kind of trying to offer something, not really moving even. And that could be related to this, that he has taken some stance. So I don't know if you have had something between you that he's not willing to like budge, that he's just thinking that this is how it is. So he's kind of like sort of offering, sort of making some sort of gesture, but it's really like a snail, like speed. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. I somehow I think he's coming towards you, so I don't know if that would be the idea to send him anything, because I think he would even need to just move really slow, and to maybe like to come to you more. But let's see. We took kind of few cards for that. So Lion, we gonna still take for you about the message, what it seems to say here. Like preliminary idea, what I have is that no, I don't think you should, because I think he would be bringing the message from him eventually. No, I don't know. I feel that what I get from here is that I wouldn't, at least now. I think that wouldn't. I don't think that helps. Maybe he just needs make his approach the slow way that he seems to be doing it. But I think his intentions would be also rather with this. So I would be surprised if he won't eventually contact you. Right? Advice from, I don't know, this was some cosmic tarot or something, but your advice for this situation with this person is this. Queen of Pentacles, funny enough, it was there also in his side. I took like his side of the story, sort of, and your, and what's between you and that. And this card was there, which I kind of interpreted one of his parents. But, well, anyway, whatever, you can get this from this Queen of Pentacles, okay? Well, maybe he would be contacting you, because like I said, I would be seeing that he would be like gradually coming more close to you, and maybe, and he wants to offer something, which I think is like pretty honest, and sort of even practical thing. Could be like a gift also. So, but at the moment, right now, I would say that that wouldn't help to message him. I would wait for him to contact you. At least how things are sitting right now and what I see here. Of course, then you decide what you want to do, and that, of course, affects the outcome. But what I see with this, I would say you wait. Okay? So, Golden Rose. I want to know the answer of this question. Well, I don't want him, but I love him, and I want to know if he remembers me and love me. Fair enough. You are also. You are most welcome, Lion. Thanks for coming by and stick around. And then Golden Rose. I want to know the answer of this question. Well, I don't want him, but I still love him. And I want to know if he remembers me and he loved me or not. He miss me. So, if he remembers you and if he loved you or not, and does he miss you? Okay, it's kind of something. Got me happy with the shuffle. Okay, let's see how we do this. There is kind of, if he remembers, if he loved you or not, or does he miss you? Okay. For Golden Rose. Leo is a Capricorn. So, I think he remembers you. I think he has bit conflicted feelings about you and remembering you. Well, surely there is like been some sort of passion. I think he has been in, he had to be somehow, he felt that he had to be on defense and that there was some struggle with things. So like, I would say arguments and even petty arguments, maybe he remembers at the moment somehow like, I think he, yeah, I think he remembers you, yes. Okay. Um, and I think what I see here, I think this person did love you, but I think something happened that changed that. So I don't know, for me that somehow it was too much for him, or something happened that changed how he feels. And I think he is missing you as well. But also that seemed to be like more remembering also like old things, what has happened before. And I think he is kind of still carrying some baggage from being with you, or with your relation with you. And if he could manage that or get rid of that, then I don't know. So I think it's a little bit like, yeah, he is missing you, but little bit like conflicted feelings, sort of like he's not sort of like handled everything what he's supposed to. So I think he has kind of baggage from the relation, and it's kind of weighing him down. And if he would get that, then things could revolve, and he could allow himself to sort of miss you proper. But at the moment, I see it's a little bit like under a heavy load from things. But yeah, he remembers you. I think he loved you, but something has happened, and I think he does miss you. So put it very short, with all the rambling that I was putting out with this. Advice for your situation with this person. Page of Pentacles. I would add to this that this person, something came between you two, and this person was having kind of high ideals about you, and he got disappointed. It was too much, too heavy. I'm good. I just got somehow like with these cards like I felt like a better answer was just on the tip of my tongue, sort of. You are most welcome. Hopefully it gave you some insight. I think I need a sip of coffee. Yeah, it was funny with these cards. I was just somehow having a moment of some kind. I don't know. It was a bit strange. But yeah, anyway, so questions in the chat, answers from the cards, and that's how it works. Let's see what we get from here. So yeah, those cards kind of stopped me for a while. I don't know. That's really strange. Why? I will ask why. So yeah, but today I was looking into more into the Hangman, and it left me kind of hanging, like I said. I have a story about the Hangman. If you watch one of our videos, it might be there. But yeah, I was looking into this today. Maybe that's also why I'm somehow feeling myself a little bit like I am between heaven and earth at the moment, or something. A little bit lost. And one thing that came in the end when I was looking at this and I write it down was somehow that if the rope is cut, so then the Hangman drops. And hello Gabriel. And somehow it feels like then he needed to dip into like something which is beyond memory. This creates sort of knowledge, the experience that creates knowledge, and this would be then if the rope is cut, he's dropped and he's gonna be drifting without memory or knowledge, like an empty vessel. So kind of sort of utterly lost in some nirvana. Yeah, nice to have you here, man. Yeah, I don't know. I was reading for Golden Rose and I was kind of stopped. I don't know. I just stopped. It kind of paused me. Yeah, what paused me? Yeah, sure, go ahead. So yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know. I came to a halt looking at the cards. Really strange sensation. How does Jocelyn feel now that we are texting a bit today again? Thank you. How does Jocelyn feel now that we are texting a bit again today? Let's see. I'm not gonna say anything yet. Oh. I cannot help this. I don't know what have you done with together or whatever, but basically, I think she feels something related to this, right? No, I don't think she feels this is what she feels. There is two naked people there, and the devil, right? There is no tower though, so I think she has some kind of like feeling of that she's bound to you in a way, or wants to be, and I see even lust in this. So sort of, I don't know, maybe something happened that she has been having in her head for a while, or like she was planning or working on even. I think she feels sort of somewhat also accomplished, right? And that something is like, I think something might be a little bit weighing on her also still. And I don't know, it seems that there is like sort of like some fantasies in her head going on about you or the situation between you or something that is might not be quite how it is. Well, there is a couple of towers here in this one card, but no tower, no. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like I said, like she feels some bond with you, which is not maybe like a very sort of like a spiritual bond. It's more like a flesh kind of thing, I would say. Something is weighing her down still, although that something has been accomplished, and I think she wanted something with you that was a longer process for her, and now I think it's gonna be a little bit also that she might not quite know what is really happening and what is kind of true, or she has a little bit like mixed ideas what's going on. Yeah, something like that. And also, I don't know, maybe she's making about the situation what you have between you two, maybe she's making her own like interpretations like we obviously everyone makes sort of, but they might be a little bit like out there also, like somehow like not, maybe she paints them like more than it is or less than it is or like different than it actually is. Yeah, yeah, and I think that would be kind of like a kind of strongly also in a sense. So I don't know, depending what you want. uh yeah, I think depending on what you want, I would see that this person could be a little bit like also like that this person could be that she would want to cling to you, you know, like yes you may blah, that maybe it's actually sort of like that something is weighing her down, something has been accomplished, she is having some sort of like her own views what is going on, and maybe something is like not totally in touch with sort of reality or maybe or her reality. uh, and 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 then that she might feel somehow dependent on you about something, which is probably not a spiritual thing. So you can make some conclusions from that. Thank you, blah. Yeah, that could be. Let's take an advice for you, Gabriel, still. And it's this. Well, let me put this way. It's called Lemminkäinen from the Mythic Fennica Tarot. Okay? So, blah, will buying a flat I saw today bring stability and prosperity in my life? Uh-huh. Well, that's a different. It's called Lemminkäinen, was this card. It's like a main characters in Finnish national epoch Kalevala. Let's see if I will. What the hell I put it? It seems like I am seriously myself also like the hangman, somehow hanging between something. So I hope some of. So this was the advice for Gabriel. Yeah, well, like I said, that there is this that she is having her own sort of like fantasies. Maybe this is her fantasy, that you are this. Yeah. Or who knows, maybe you are. So basically, but I would be careful with this person in a way, depending what you want. Like I said, I got this strong impression from this that this person could be a little bit, like, would be like taking you from the shirt, like wants to cling to you and, that kind of thing. Okay? Fair enough. Yeah, I got the idea also from this that this would be you. And then it sort of would make sense. And as I said it from Finnish national epoch, one of the main characters there. And I guess you can Wikipedia it or something. And then you probably would get something similar out of it, what I was thinking. You are most welcome, Mr. Pesantes. Okay, yeah. So blah, will buying a flat I saw today bring stability and prosperity in my life? Let's see, blah. So this is for blah, and will the flat you saw today bring prosperity in your life? Will buying the flat I saw today bring stability and prosperity in your life? I'll be happy with the shuffle. Next one is for blah. Will buying the flat I saw today bring stability and prosperity in your life? Somehow I'm having the impression that this, I would have to say, what I see in the cards, I would have to say that this would be probably no. I would say that it is something that I think would make you feel good, but that would be what I see. What I would say is that based on this, that would be somehow, the decision would be based on feeling. Not a practical thing. What I see here, that I would suggest that you would have in the past or like this, that you would have thought more like, in a sense, like, is it a good investment and all that? Like, well, you ask this, but I think somehow I would say that this, I would say no. And I think this somehow, this decision would be based on sort of like that it would make you feel good, but would it bring prosperity and stability? I would have to say no. I would have to say definitely no, based on what I get. Because if you were to buy this, it would bring, for example, about this. And I don't like to see this here if somebody asks me about buying an apartment that they saw. Because this would be something that crumbles, which is not based on solid foundations. So I would say that this decision, if you would decide to buy this, I think you would have to at least look at it from a very, very, very materialistic way, and not that it feels good to buy it. Right? So I would get this impression that this apartment is not quite how it seems. That you see it somehow differently, or maybe there is this, that it's not quite how it's presented. So I would be at least very careful with this. And based what I see here, I wouldn't. Because I think that would lead to this, that you would be... I think you... well, I wouldn't like to see the Tower in this, really. Yes, you can, Gabriel. An advice for blah. I would have been really happy to say, like, yes, it sounds like a great idea, buy it, you know, but no. With these cards, if I would ask this for myself, I would not. Or at least I would look very, very carefully to see what I am buying, right? Oh, advice. Blank card, just kidding. That was kind of funny. So, blah, this is your advice. Okay? The North Star. So, whatever you can get from that, Mythic Fennica Tarot, based on Finnish folklore and national epoch Kalevala and fairy tales and God knows what else. Ancient things. Well, we are not that ancient here. Okay. Take the blank one out. I feel some sort of nervousness, not sure if it's because of my tie to someone else. Not sure if it is because of my tie to someone else. Let's see what we get for that. You're welcome, blah. Be careful with the apartment business, right? I have had 3 apartments to this day where I've been living and renting, all that business. And well, I guess I was kind of pretty anal about them when I bought them and stuff. So personal advice would be also to be really careful with this. There was a couple of places I was about to go, like it just would feel good and where it was and everything, but then after I thought about it for a while, then it kind of lost its appeal when I started to think like what would be needed to make it work, sort of the place, and there was coming renovations, and it would have been really pain in the ass in the end. Hello, Angel Carlos, and welcome. That was funny. I feel some now for Gabriel. I feel some sort of nervousness. I'm not sure if it's because of my tie to someone else. I'm really happy with the shuffle. Let's see. No, I think this is basically. I wouldn't think that this is a thing that is because of tied to someone else. No, I think this is all you. I would say that you are sitting kind of on a stable footing at the moment, and I don't know. I get this impression that you have been stuck with something, which was your own doing, and at the moment you have been presented with an opportunity that could be related to work, money, some practical thing, like a really good opportunity, which comes sort of from the past. Let's see. But this opportunity would be mean that then you would have to kind of finish a circle, like get something done, and that something is that you don't want to do this that much, I think. Because that makes you feel that you are going to lose something of value. You're gonna lose. Well, now actually, moment. I really get like somehow a hold today to many of these things, these lectures. Yes, Chrissy, draw a question if you want. For me, it's like maybe this opportunity would be something, yeah, that you don't want to really do that because that would be something that would make you somehow dependent on someone else. And that would be related to this, that you would be, you're like tied to someone else in the near future. So I think there is some kind of opportunity lurking there, but somehow it brings an end to something and gives sort of like the opportunity is really good, but I guess it will change something kind of dramatically and makes you tied to someone else. That at the moment, I think you might not be even seeing the opportunity because you are sort of feel that you are kind of well off. Yeah, it would come to like a full circle. Something definitely will end, and I think that would at least wouldn't feel all that good. It's when you think about it, I think it's you have a sting. It's like you have somebody is putting swords on you, like literally, and makes you think that you could lose some kind of something here. But I think the most thing you worry is like I feel that what I get here is that you are rather independent and this opportunity would be good, but that would make you dependent on others and you would be like kind of bound to others or you would have to rely on others. And I don't know if there has been some incident before that was similar and you felt stuck there and that was kind of your own doing in the end. Yeah, let's see if we can get anything. Yeah, and I think this would also mean that, yeah, you would have to kind of like rely on others, and it doesn't matter if you would be making some really dramatic things, you would have to. And maybe that's the thing that you don't really like that much. Yeah, I think so. Well, I think like it's a practical matter. It's like a earth element, definitely. Or it could be even that somebody would want to give you something, which would mean that, yeah, to accept it would tie your hand somehow, like this. Yeah. So it's like, here you go, but that means that, you know. But somehow I see that the opportunity or the gift or the money involved would be rather grand sum, or like would be something that would be kind of like in value, not just some small change bullshit. Okay? But somehow you don't like the idea that much. And what I see is that, well, yeah, you would be bound to others, you would have to rely on others. And I don't know. It looks like that would bring about sort of problems as well. Let's take an advice card for the situation if we get more clarity. This starts to sound that I'm repeating myself too much. Moment, now I have to switch the screen thing. Five of Cups. So this is the advice, whatever you can get from this. Yeah, somehow it will unreveal certain things, and damn, I want to see. I will take you another set of cards, okay? Yeah, let's see. I will ask another question for you, Gabriel. I will check what we can get from there, because that got a little bit messy. This was the advice. Well, what I get from this is like, I don't know, would you consider that you would hurt somebody's feelings doing it on yourself? But let's see. About this opportunity, if we can get any more sense out of it. Is he either gonna bury me deeper, or yeah? Well, the guy in the five is staring at the cups that are kind of tilted, have fallen, and doesn't see the cups that are still standing. Okay, let's try to clarify this with about the opportunity and stuff. I'll take you this. This, if you take this opportunity in general, this is the path. If you don't, this started nagging me, you know. So yeah, it's like crying over spilled milk, and even though there is more. Well, as we saw there, that you are in a sort of like a stable and rather independently, and you are like in a stable situation. If you would take it, that would mean struggle. That would make you funny. There is one of the same cards that you had in the past. There is something that would make you feel stuck. And this would bring about a really big change in the end. So if you were to take this opportunity, that will bring about a radical change, a big change. And taking this opportunity leads to death. Transformation, change, literal death, which I don't think. Yes, it would bring you death. That would be something that would be like a inevitable change. Okay? If you are not to take this, if you choose not to take it, it will give you the sun. So there is the dilemma what to choose. So not taking it kind of, I think, would keep you sort of in a situation. Well, surprisingly, it would keep you probably then more to things that you are used to. And would keep like balance and stability more. And I think in general, at least how it goes feeling wise, I would say not taking it would be yeah. And that's the stuff. So it's sort of like I get this impression that, like you said, like I was saying as well, that you seem like an independent. While I got there, emperor in one of the cards, which gives me this impression that you are. I think you're sitting pretty comfortably on your throne, so to speak. So if you want to change that, you take the offer, or if you want more of the same that you have at the moment, you will feel pretty good. But then things won't really maybe change that much. So if you don't change, things won't change that much. But it's either death or the sun, right? Yeah. So I think it would kind of, so it would be more balancing for you. But then this comes down to this, that do you wish change? Do you wish to change? This means for me that this would mean to change your life, like literally a lot. That would be a really like to do something completely different and go maybe outside your comfort zone, or to kind of live happily ever after doing what you are doing, and you would feel good about this too. So sort of the opportunity is the unknown, and not taking is the known, right? Which doesn't seem bad at all. So I don't know. I would say that of course with the death you would take a risk, which is not a surprise if you do something new. And without, it's gonna be more of the same. Not bad at all. That would make you pretty happy. And I would say that taking it would be still unclear what the hell would happen. So if you want to live on the edge, you take the opportunity. Yeah. So it's sort of like I get this impression that well, the cards are not good or bad or positive or negative. And well, like what I guess see here is like it's really intriguing, the death in this, but also it's equally intriguing, the sun. So for me it's like really, I don't know. Yeah, and I took more cards for this. It's like again gives me cards that tells me about sort of like dependency on others. So I think you might have to sacrifice your sort of independence in this. And this would lead to some petty problems and to some battles which you might not really cannot win, even if you want to, and even if you win, you would still feel like you lost, and it would be like this. And on the other hand, then continuing the same way would be, I don't know. For me, I get it's kind of like nothing too dramatic will happen. It's just kind of like waiting for certain things to grow through it, and like working towards something, like hands on, being sort of like to keep at it. Okay? Jesus Christ. Excuse me for saying that. Let's take an advice for the opportunity business. Another one. Oh. Mahinen. It's another advice for Gabriel. So if you are not confused enough yet, there is more info here. Okay? But yeah, maybe we covered that as good as I can at the moment. Okay? Are we happy, Gabriel? Be cool? Yeah. So we have here. So next one who made a question is Angel Carlos. So Angel is next. You are most welcome, Gabriel. So Angel Carlos, you are next. Let's see. How is Ella's feelings and thoughts for me currently, and how's the outcome looking if I confess it? When should I tell her? I will take a sip of coffee. Let's see what we get from here. Let me happy with the shuffle. I think she is in a spot that she is sort of don't want to risk anything, and she's kind of standing where she wants to. The outcome at the moment looks like they would be on defense. So I think it would be received a little bit bit like, why are you asking this, or why is this said? Okay. Hola. Hello. So I would say also that this person is at the moment not having too much thought about you, and is looking forward to something different at the moment. So I would say that if you confess your feelings to this person, even though it might make you like feel sort of better, I think you would kind of get resistance. And you would get probably an answer, but I would think that this answer would not be something that you would be looking for. And you would have to kind of back up. Okay? Well, I think that at the moment she is not really feeling much for you. That she is like in a position that she doesn't wanna like. She's holding herself together, and she doesn't wanna. I think she's thinking about herself at the moment. And yeah, even though it would bring you like an answer, but I see that the answer would not be something which you seem to be looking for. But it would sort of solve the situation. But I think that would make you also further from her in that sense. So, advice from here. Well, so far, this is your Mahinen is your advice from the Defending a Tarot. And what was the further? Yes, Sol de Oro, Solo Inglés. Okay, let's see. We take actually for you, Carlos, Angel Carlos. I think we take for you 2 paths. Now, it has come to this. We take 2 paths for you, okay? One goes to this, that if you confess your feelings, and the other one if you don't. Okay? What will happen? And because this, like you asked, this, what is the current feelings and all that. So let's see if you can get some clarity with this. Okay? So we take 2 paths. The other one is that you confess her, and I don't know. Let's see if it gives some indication about the time, or how. But maybe that would also cover how you feel. Okay? And let's see what else we can find out with that. I don't know. I feel really affected by the Hanged Man today. I really my brain is hanging upside down, like it's in the Ramones song or something like this. And I seem to like just pause and get like come to a halt when I see certain cards. I don't know. It's really strange. Okay, we take 2 paths. One, if you confess, and whatever we can get from that information. If you do not, let's see. We start with this. This is if you confess your feelings. This is if you do not. Yes. So, funny enough, if you do, I see that you have been somehow basically, which is obviously part what I know and part what gives me clarity from the card, is that you've been basically sort of waiting that when the stars are aligned for this, that you've been sort of like growing impatient about this little bit. And really being worried about this, that if you lose something in value, like we know that you have a friendship, and try to be really careful about this. If you do confess your feelings to her, and I think that would be, now I would come to this, that I wouldn't think that it really matters sort of the timing that much. I think this will lead to some sort of small struggle, and also like to this, that you will have to work on it. That this would be then something that you would have to grow with this person. If you do not, you will be like in this situation that you are harboring this, that you don't know how the things are, and you have certain stability because you don't know what she then would feel. But I think this gives you, I think this matter seems like this keeps you up at night kind of matter. So I would say, let's see. Yeah. So I think what I see in here is that I'm not sure if she sees this, what you are like feeling towards her. That you've been maybe trying to cultivate this thing, and you're waiting for really like literally that the stars would be aligned perfect, that when it's the right time to kind of take like the fruit, when the fruit is like ripe. But I don't know, I see her a little bit like her back on you. So I think, well, let's do it this way still. If you confess your feelings, it is this. 8 of Pentacles. So I would say if you confess, your best chance is that you could maybe build something with her. Or maybe she would say that, hey, she wants to be friends with you or something like this. And maybe she would see eventually that, hey, what's going on here or something like this. But this is if you confess. 8 of Pentacles, right? If you do not, it's this. 9 of Swords. And if you just look at these cards without, if you know anything about the cards, you don't, I will ask you which one you prefer. There is no good or bad cards in the end. It's just all about what do you think. Because this one is if you do not confess, and this one if you do. So you have to choose, or that gives you some idea what you should choose. For me, I like this one much more than this one, because this looks like I am, I cannot sleep, or it and I'm thinking that the whole situation is like worse than it is. You know, usually this for me indicates this Nine of Swords, for example, this that nothing is usually as bad as it seems, sort of. That you are like, maybe with this matter you would be like, you are having different outcomes and maybe like you are worried so much to say this that you are too scared to say it and it becomes a bigger issue. And maybe it's, you know, like maybe the answer would be something that this person is like, damn, I never understood this, or something like this. So basically for me, what I see in this is that by confessing, you get the matter forward. Maybe the answer is not what you wanted, but at least then it's an answer, right? So, and for me, like this gives, well, if you never will confess, she seems like, I don't think she will kind of know this. That, and if she cannot read minds, maybe you're not giving, you know. And with this, at least for me, it seems like, well, then you have an answer. Then you know where to go next. And that would give you like, for me, that this looks like that you will have to work on it, sort of. And maybe to build more the relation with this person. Maybe there's even some practical things involved. Okay. So, there's your options. I would take one or the other. And I would say that by what I see here, I don't think it really, the timing probably doesn't matter in the end. Right? And we shuffle this for now. And we'll take you an advice. Which is this. Well, the devil. As I said, nothing is good or bad. This is an advice. This, for example, devil can mean an attraction, for example. Can be independency, it can mean many things. Well, I think the advice thing in this case is like I tend to say, is like whatever you see in the card, and when you go deep enough with this, the devil is not basically even the devil in the cards. I wouldn't maybe take it too literally in any way, but it's sort of like, could be like an animal instinct or whatever you think, you know. And even this, whatever is in this, is like, there is useful qualities in everything. Right? So your actions will like this, what I say, of course, is not written in stone, but what I see in this, the timing, I don't think it makes too bloody difference and all that. And for me, it looks like, at least with the cards, it's like this, that by telling, like you say, I think that would make you feel better. Because if this goes on for a longer time, I think it will not make you feel really nice. But you decide what you want to do. Okay? And you can, well, look at the devil card and whatever Maybe you take some time and you just stare at it and see what you can get out of it. You probably will get some ideas, and that's the point. Okay? So Geeta, you at least, and then I think you are most welcome, Angel. So basically, yeah, Geeta, at least for you, will Aquarius P contact me? Funny. It's an inside joke. Don't worry about it. So hi Geeta, will Aquarius P contact me? We'll see what we get from here. And then I think it starts to be a little bit time for me to do other things. Gonna be happy with the shuffle, then forget that. Will Aquarius P contact me? 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 Not yet. No. Let's see. Yeah, it's still there. I would say Aquarius P is stuck in a situation what the Aquarius has made for himself, or made for herself, made for himself. And I think the Aquarius seems to be moving away from you rather than contacting you at the moment. And I see that there is some secrets in this, or everything is not on the table. There is maybe some things neither one you remembers. And as I feel that things have been more sort of sunny in earlier and more honest. So maybe this has something to do with honesty on some part, right? Yeah, okay. So at least for now, I don't see majors. It's like minor cards. I would say at the moment, no. I don't think. I think something, maybe it's then related to this, what you say. Hello, Lauren. So I think for this, it makes him move a little bit further away from you. And this is, maybe there is something that the person says that they want to kind of a little bit to go to calmer waters and take some time away in that sense. And I think this is related that maybe, yeah, like I said, all the things are not in the table. Maybe it was felt before that they were, then I would say that the argument has been about something that somebody didn't quite mention or tell. Okay. But I think peace will be restored between you. I think you share some kind of bondage between you that it's not gonna be so easily broken. I don't know if you somehow rely on each other also, like money wise or material wise, but I think I don't know if I should even say it like this, but yeah, I think this would come in a form like, okay, that you have had an argument that some things were not shared. I see that this would kind of like stabilize the situation, and there would be like this when what some people might do is like when they have a fight and then they do something together naked, you know, and this would lead back to the sort of how it was before. So depends what you want to do. If you want to go back to that and all this, then you can kind of continue and brush this over, or then you might decide that you want to kind of solve what was the actual problem in this situation. Okay? Well, it's possible. I guess everything is. Depends on your own actions. Let's take an advice for this. The strength. So whatever you can get from that. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think for now, no, but I think it's probable that in the future, yes. Near future, yes. Okay? Fair enough. Now I got over a little bit confused. I will give you also from here. Louhi is your advice from the Mythic Fennica Tarot. So further info from this. Whatever you can get from this. You can of course Google it if you want, but I would say just whatever you get from this, it's your advice for this situation. Let's see if we can get something for that too. Well, funny, I get some of the one of the same cards. I think it would be like if he kind of have painted himself in the corner with this, that he has gotten himself stuck and is not now at the moment willing to do this. Well, when he kind of falls off from that, so I think he would be kind of struggling with himself. But the time frame for this, let's see. Oh, I did shuffle them, didn't I? I would just have to say near future in a sense. I cannot tell you days, hours, or weeks. So, but I think he is, like I said, at the moment moving kind of like could be moving even literally a little bit further. But I see some stability coming still soon. But I cannot give you days. I was trying to check what I get, what I get from this. I took a few cards, and I cannot tell you. It depends when he feels that he is no longer sort of like that he has painted himself in the corner, and now the paint has dried, and he can walk away from that, right? Okay. But other than that, I'm sorry, I cannot give you much of a time frame. Rather than it's probably not months or weeks, something like this, but nothing too accurate. I tried to check. I'm sorry, I cannot see for this. Okay, Lauren Freth, if you have a question, post it. I will answer you, and then I am off. Okay. So Lauren Freth, if you have a question, post it. You are the last one, and then I'm off. Thank you, Geta, for coming back here. And people, hey, if you like it, subscribe it, then we like it, then YouTube likes it, everybody likes it. Vale? If you want to have a personal reading, dstonerocks@hotmail.com. If you have any questions, you want to give feedback, we're happy to hear from you. Otherwise, we have had the opportunity to answer everyone. If you want to ask anything, we give it a shot. We tell you why the universe exists, or at least why not. Or if you want to buy some of our stones, whatever. dstonerocks@hotmail.com, and now we go for Lauren Fred. What's valid areas feelings towards me with there? Okay, so Lauren, what's valid areas feelings towards me? Will there be future between us? Thank you. We'll see. Lauren Fred, what's valid areas feelings towards me? Will there be future? When we're happy with the shuffle, this one is for Lauren. And then after this, I'm out of here. As they say in some movies or something. Yeah. I am starting to feel a little bit too much concentration, and it's not really gonna be soon concentration without effort anymore. It's gonna be like too much concentration and not enough concentration and too much effort or something like this. I am confused already. Like I said, I did check into the Hangman today and I left me hanging. Okay. What's one that is feelings towards me? Will there be a future between us? Thank you. With the thank you event, that's nice. Let's see what we get from here. I think this person has a little bit conflicted feelings towards you. I think this person is thinking that he can, or this person can choose the feelings that they have, and like trying to I think also at the same time picture would there be like a future between you. But I think this person has not been quite honest to themselves and has arrived now a little bit to this conflict of feelings. So how feels it about you? It's like the person is entertaining many possibilities. But I think eventually this person is harboring like romantic feelings towards you, and I think this still would have a chance going somewhere. So if he gets his mind sort of like in some sort of order about his own feelings, like that he won't, like be too much painting than just in the skies, I don't know, we have this saying that somebody is the one who paints the colors of the dawn or the sky or something like this. So basically, if he gets his head around it, I think there is that he has romantic feelings towards you, like kind of strong ones, but he has like hard time recognizing this, and that he has not been able to kind of admit this. So he has kind of driven himself to this situation. This is naming something. So yeah, the person is having kind of conflicted, which I think in the deep, when they get their head somehow and their feelings in some sort of order, or they understand that they don't have to choose some feeling or something like this, I would say that there is hope in this. But it also will come kind of soon to this kind of situation that yes, I think it's very likely that it's possible, but it depends on this person more. I think you would be ready, and this person is at best confused, if that's the right way to put it. I think there is hope in this for sure, and time would tell. And I think it would be shown rather fast then what will happen. I think it would be like that you would get to together, because there's obviously feelings. It would show, the relationship would show its course really fast. So basically, the true colors of both and how it would come, that this would not be something that would drag on. I think it would, given a chance, it will show really fast what is the real situation, and does somebody's heart betray their mind, or their mind betray their heart. So it also would be like really fast, based on sort of reality of things and not just fantasies. Okay. So yeah, I would say that deep in this person's psyche there is romantic feelings, and yes, there is a possible future which would show in a relation fast will it work or not. You are most welcome. Okay, Charmela Roy, we have you as well still. And then that's the last one, right? So for Charmila, does someone want to reach out soon? We'll see what the cards say, and then we blow off the candle and go to sleep. Or I will. But you can do anyone who wants. So does someone want to reach out soon? I think he's looking at something that happened in the past at the moment, waiting for the right moment to do this. Growing a little bit impatient. I think he's thinking that, I think this would be that he's even checking that the star would align in the right position to do. But he's somehow staring at the past still, that what happened with you, between you, which was probably not something that was exactly on his hands or your hands. But at the moment, I think he don't see like an opening for this. But I think he's growing kind of impatient. And I think in the near future he would be feeling a little bit more stable about himself and all the situation. And again, I think this person feels some kind of dependency on you, so reach out soon. At the moment, right now, no. There is some petty obstacle in his head, like some thoughts or some kind of that he's going through some kind of inner argument about this. But I think he gets this balance. But I think it's also could be related. Also being dependent on you in some way. This could be sexual thing as well. So I would be surprised if he won't. Rather so. But right now, no. Let's see. Well, what I see there, we'll take a couple of cards for that. Still, my interpretation, what I see there of the feelings and what I see in the cards at the moment is that he is kind of waiting for the right moment, or maybe being even too fanatic about it. So I don't know if he would even see somehow as an opportunity if you would reach out, but let's see what we get. If you were to reach out to Amo, well, if you were to reach out to him, there is would be a big transformation. I think there would be a big change. I think that would break some fantasies of the situation. It will bring balance, and I think I wouldn't reach out for him now. I would reach out for him also in the near future, which would be funny that maybe he would be the one who would could possibly then do it before you. But I would reach out to him in a while, not right now. That's what I see. I think that would be the best opportunity, sort of, to mend the things, or like to get things working. Yeah, I don't think the time would not be now. That's what I get. Time would be in the near future. And that would I think that would be giving a very like a big opportunity to this relation. But I don't think he would be ready right now. But somehow if you were to reach out, that would change things. Maybe it would be a bit of an unexpected. You are most welcome. So now, without further ado, I'm out. Thank you for everyone who came here. Thank you, Gabriel, Geta, Sharmila, Lauren, Fred, and Lion. What else? Who else we had here? Angel Carlos, obviously. Soldero to saying hola. And we had Golden Rose. Blah came by. I think that starts to be pretty much no. Yes, no, yes, no. Well, that's everyone. And Gabriel as well, of course, always. Hey, thank you for this. If you want a personal reading, you want some info, feedback, dstonerocks@hotmail.com. We also sell our nice stones, which are carved by us, to stones that we have taken from our travels. Like it, subscribe it, Be safe, be nice. And now it's time for me to go. So see you in the future.